train. Now we see what type of lifestyle you've been living. This is when it all comes out.
And how bad you want it. And how bad you want it.
They want it badly. For Lomachenko, he says, it's all I've ever dreamed about, being undisputed, having all 4 belts. For Haney, he wants validation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So, of course, the Haney versus Lomachenko fight continues to trend, and a lot of people are talking about a possible rematch. I've seen a couple people in my comment section, in my videos, talking about the rematch. Some of you fans are saying you want to see the rematch when it comes to Haney versus Lomachenko. But there's one person that's supposed to want the rematch more than you guys, and that is Vasily Lomachenko. If you guys have been watching boxing for a while, then you notice whenever a fighter truly believes that he was robbed and he won the fight, one of the first things he says in a post-fight interview is he wants a rematch. Or if he's even asked, do you want a rematch? He says, absolutely, we're going to push for the rematch. But when Vasily Lomachenko was asked at the press conference, do you want a rematch? Now, I'm going to play a clip of exactly what Lomachenko's manager said and what Lomachenko eventually said. But I want to completely surmise it first. So once again, the media asked Lomachenko and his manager, do you guys want a rematch? This is when Lomachenko was supposed to say, absolutely, I want a rematch. But instead, he goes silent. He allows his manager to answer the question, and his manager says, we're not going to give Devin Haney a rematch. And then Lomachenko, he follows that up by saying, I think that Devin Haney is going to move up to 140. But that's not the question. The question is, do you personally want a rematch? It doesn't matter what Devin Haney is planning on doing next. Do you want the rematch is the question. Because if you have some fans on the internet that are saying they want a rematch, why wouldn't Lomachenko say the same thing? So let me just go ahead and play this clip real quick, and then I'm going to continue to unpack it.
This is a question for both Vegas and Vasily. What do you hope to achieve from appealing? Is it a rematch you want?
Look, first of all, we're not going to give them a rematch. I don't know. But now you're asking the question like what you're going to do. So we don't know. We have to see it. We have to talk to the promoter. We have to see what is available, and we will see.
I think it was the last fight, Haney in 135. I think so.
So you heard his manager right there. He said, first of all, we're not going to even give him a rematch. And Lomachenko, he just sits there quiet, doesn't say anything. And then later on, he chimes in once again, and he says, I think Haney is finished at 135, and he's going to move to 140. Coincidentally, Teofimo Lopez, he reacted the exact same way when he lost to Kambosos. He said that he was robbed. He said, everyone knows I won that fight. And then when they asked him if he wanted a rematch, he said no, he didn't want the rematch. Like I told you guys before, fighters that truly believe they were robbed and truly believe that they would win in a rematch, they demand the rematch. I truly believe those body shots hurt Lomachenko more than we know. And if you guys have noticed, a lot of people have come out and said, after I rewatched the fight, I have the fight scored differently. A lot of people say now they have Devin Haney winning the fight, or some people who said before it was a robbery, they're saying now that I rewatched it, I can see it going either way. Now, me, myself, I've been watching this fight in spurts. I'll go to the gym, and while I'm working out, sometimes I'll watch the first half of the fight. Sometimes I'll watch the second half of the fight. And of course, every time I watch the fight again, I notice something new. I've seen Lomachenko do a lot of things that he doesn't normally do. For example, in this fight, what Lomachenko was doing a lot in this fight is he would throw a combination and Loma would fall into a clinch. This was something I was expecting Devin Haney to do more because he's the one with the long arms. He's the taller fighter, so you would expect him to try to keep the fight on the outside, and once the shorter guy gets in, it's Devin that falls into a clinch or ties him up. But it was actually Lomachenko that was doing a lot of clinching in this fight. That surprised me, but I know why he was falling into that clinch, because Devin Haney was timing him so perfectly every time Lomachenko came in. Every time Lomachenko came in, Devin Haney would go to the body. Matter of fact, you can see it right here in this clip I'm playing for you guys. You see Lomachenko, he's trying to go in for the clinch as the body shots are coming, and Loma is already bracing himself, so much to where he has to lift his leg up because that body shot is getting in there. He was trying to get his arms around Devin Haney as quick as he could before those body shots got to the mark, or he would even go up top. It was always a counter waiting for Lomachenko. So Lomachenko, who is usually really good with darting in and out, you know, attacking you and getting out before you can hit him. In this fight, a lot of times, every time he went on the attack, he could not get out of the way of the body shots. So after a couple of rounds of eating all those body shots, that's when Loma, he decided, man, I'm just going to throw some punches and tie him up so he can't hit me with the counter, which is smart. Something else I noticed in this fight, there were times when it looked like Lomachenko, he had momentum, where he landed a couple of good punches in spurts, right? And then usually what Lomachenko does is he continues to come forward. He continues to walk you down with his feints. But in this fight, right when it looked like Lomachenko was about to go on the attack again, right at the last second, he would like change his mind and he would literally start backing up. And when I say backing up, I'm not talking about using foot movement. I'm talking about literally he would walk backwards. Like he just thought about it and realized that's not a good idea. It's like Lomachenko, he realized, nah, you know what? If I throw this punch right here, there's no way I'm going to get out of the way of Devin Haney's counter. So let me reset. He's never really done that before in other fights. And I really wish I could play the clips to show you guys exactly what I mean, because once again, I'm not talking about just bouncing in and out looking for openings. While Lomachenko was still successful at landing the straights and landing his jab, he still wasn't able to do the things that he likes to do in the second half of a fight, which is the reason why after Lomachenko was having his best round in the 11th, all of a sudden, the last minute of the round, it looked to me, at least when I watched it the first time, it looked like Lomachenko had took his foot off the gas. And then he loses the 12th round completely. I think when Lomachenko, when he sees people saying, I want to see the rematch, I want to see the rematch, I think Lomachenko is saying it's easy for you guys to say. Remember, I'm the one that has to go in there and eat all them damn body shots again. And this is the reason why Lomachenko didn't say anything. He didn't object when his manager said, we're not going to give Devin Haney a rematch, first of all. However, I think if they did have a rematch, it would be far worse for Lomachenko. I mean, Devin Haney, he ate all of Lomachenko's best shots, and then he finished stronger than Lomachenko, dominating the 12th round. He did all of this at age 24. All of that experience he just gained in that fight is going to make him so much more dangerous in a rematch because Devin is already a thinker. And now he has 12 rounds to study what worked and what didn't work against Lomachenko. So I think it would be very unwise for Lomachenko to get in the ring with Devin Haney again. The smart thing to do, and it's still not a guaranteed win, but the smart thing to do is to get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, which is a 50-50 fight, I truly believe. I would really like to see how Shakur Stevenson would deal with Lomachenko's pressure in the second half. Like I've told you guys, Lomachenko, he specializes in forcing his opponents to throw more punches, exerting more energy. And then once they try to rest, that's when Lomachenko usually jumps on you with a stiff jab or even a straight left. And if he can land those punches, then he's going to follow that up with combinations. I would really like to see how Shakur would deal with that. And we may actually get to see it. Because right now, the WBC, they have Lomachenko still at number 1, and they have Devin or Shakur Stevenson at number 2. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Devin Haney decides to do, if he's going to move up to 140. And if he does, then Shakur versus Lomachenko would be the logical fight to make next. Let's see how it plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, Visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.